Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another chat. I'm just going to bring in today's special guest. Here he comes.
Hello.
It's the Runu.
You know, he's not here today. He's not here today, but he I don't know. He invaded the stream last night, so that was a pain in the ass. But you know, I got rid of him. I got rid of him quick. But yeah, just a fun little character. I thought I'd make up for the channel. I thought it'd just be a bit of fun.
It reminds me of some kind of like Harry Enfield character or the Fast Show.
It's inspired by there used to be this character on YouTube years and years ago, like 2009. It's called Devo. It was like this chavvy character from Hull, and he used to talk like this, mate. Yes, mate. I'm going to get a bus pass, dickhead. He used to talk like that. So I've kind of stolen that kind of like accent and stuff from him, and just kind of made my own little character from it. That's funny.
You're going to have to do like an entire movie of it now.
I've got an idea to do like Brett Arunu recommends, and it's just all utter rubbish films. Like all his favorite films are rubbish. So it'd be like, yes, mate, Godzilla 98 is the best, dickhead. Yes, mate. Just me being absolutely.
Right, before we start with the comments, I'm just going to put a disclaimer out. Normally, my chats are usually U or PG. But today's is probably going to be an 18. If you've got any kids, send them off to fucking bed now.
Well, look, wait, hold on. You just dropped the F-bomb right there. You've started it off now.
It might be the first of many.
Wow. I'm trying to behave, honestly.
All behave. Right, we've got some comments. What have we got in here? Let's have a look, shall we? Can you see the comments your end?
What, on the actual interface?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yep, I've got them up now. Yep.
Okay. So Harry Beatty, I'm ready for the Big Pauly show. Sam454, hello.
Hello, Sam.
Joe Thud, who's the other guy? Is that Cat Weasel? Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? That's a welcome.
I've been called worse, so there's that.
Movie Mad, hello. This is what we got. Yes, this is what I got yesterday. What's up, Pauly? And the other guy. Even with yesterday's guest, we got the other guy.
Look, my name is scrolling right there. Look, it's right there. It's right at the bottom. It's right there.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this one because I know this one is. Oh, here, see ya, Lilo Lil. So Lilo Lil may not stay in the chat for very long. It's not talking about my beard, is she?
I mean, if you have a beard, it's very unnoticeable.
Fabian Jurek, have you seen Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg? Yeah, Thingy was in that one from The Walking Dead, wasn't she? Lauren Cohan, Maggie. She had, and was it Donnie Yen as well?
I'm pretty sure. So I can't.
I'm pretty sure it's Donnie Yen. It's a good action film, but it's a bit low on story. It's a good shoot 'em up though. Movies with James. Hello. Oh shit! My 5-year-old is excited.
I'm gonna try and filter. I will, honestly.
We'll try and filter, but we can't guarantee it.
I'm guessing these comments are say other guys before we went live, so it's just like loads of people getting in early that don't know who I am.
So prepare yourselves in case there's some bad language for your 5-year-old. Movie Matt, Jason, have you got money for food after all those arrows?
No.
No.
Like I dipped into savings that I shouldn't have dipped into, but it is what it is.
Are you like sitting outside Costa now with a little cup, scrounging for change?
I'm not doing that badly. I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Hello, Andrew and Winslow.
Hello, everybody.
Have you seen 12 Rounds with John Cena? No.
I haven't.
No, haven't seen that one.
I don't really rate him as an actor either, to be fair.
Yeah. The Quizmaster's here, James.
Hello, James. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, we've got another quiz tomorrow night, haven't we? Best films you've seen recently?
I would have to say Nobody. I've
got that to see tomorrow.
I absolutely loved it. I think if you like John Wick, I think you'll really like Nobody. It's along those same kind of lines.
Brilliant.
Really
Yeah,
good.
looking forward to that one. Can you try the more rectangle zoomed out view for the stream? Jason does it on his streams. Is this the that one?
Go. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're small though.
Yeah, I kind of prefer this version personally, but it's your stream. Do what you like.
Hang on a minute. Now you can see all our lovely features. I suppose it's because the actual comment then doesn't go over the top of the screens. I'll have to. Well, we'll do it on the other one, but I'll have to come up with a like a background for it. You've got a background on yours, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you seen Afro Samurai with Samuel L. Jackson? Jesus, where are you getting all the name of these films?
It's very good. The thing is, it's like a Japanese anime, so it's like
anime
style. Yeah, it's very gory and it's pretty good. I quite liked it.
Never heard of it. Ants. Have you seen Ants from DreamWorks?
Yeah, I think it's fairly underrated, to be honest. Obviously, there's that thing about Bugs Life versus Ants.
Yeah.
You know, I think Bugs Life is a superior film, but I still think Ants is still really fun as well.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer Bugs Life. You know, I'm a whole Pixar person, so. But Ants is still a good film, yeah. Movies with James. What's the best Poundland pickup? Probably a Steelbook.
I don't really get many good things in my pound shop, my local pound shop. I think I think the best thing I've found is Zootropolis for £2.
Yeah. And they've had Monsters University in there lately, so you know, pretty new ones. But most of the stuff you get in Poundland is stuff that we've probably already got in the collection anyway. I think probably my best pickup is probably that Argo limited edition, the thick box.
In Poundland.
Yeah, it had like all postcards and a poster and a book in it and everything.
That's cool.
I think it was called like a declassified version or something.
Killer.
The bald-headed twat from Bournemouth. Hello, matey.
Hello, Jamie.
Thanks. The real blue tubers keeping it real. It's been a really good day. Got really good filming, really good conditioning. The good Poundland, honestly, really. Lolany Films. Good conditioning, a really good Poundland. He likes saying really good quite a lot, I think, today. Nicola Halfwit. My 5-year-old loves Mortal Kombat and swears like a 40-year-old, so don't worry. Oh dear.
Oh no.
The countdown for quiz night has begun.
I'm glad I'm not in it because you'll find out I'm a hack and know nothing about movies.
Have you? Yeah, Back to the Future 2. Oh, we should actually ask Rob that question.
Yeah, I sent him. I sent Rob the Back to the Future trilogy on Blu-ray, but apparently he's received like 3 copies since. But I don't think he got mine. I think mine was lost in the post.
Oh no,
suck.
That's not bad. That's not good, is it?
Yeah. So,
have you heard if he's seen them yet?
No, I don't know. I don't think I don't know. He doesn't update me on anything. Oh, what I do know is that he really likes Mortal Kombat.
What's the weather like? Blue sky, but a little bit cold.
Sunshine where I'm at. Sunshine.
Yeah.
The sun is
Oh.
shining.
Blue streak. Crossing that ages ago. Martin Lawrence.
I've not seen that. See, this is why I don't do quizzes, because I don't know anything.
It's not a bad film. Bob Beatles. Uh-oh, here he comes. It's that green one.
Hello, Alan. Thanks for coming on.
Kermit's on the stream tomorrow night as well, so I'm gonna look like a damn shit tomorrow night with Kermit's knowledge.
How many of you are on tomorrow night? How many of you?
Well, I'm doing my normal one at 4:00, but I think there's 5 of us on the quiz. I think with Jamie, Pete, and Paul, and James doing a quiz.
That's going to be fun.
Will you stream for 8 hours today? No.
I didn't even stream for 8 hours last night, so.
Yeah. Favorite Scott Adkins film? Is there any good?
See, I hate this question because now I've got to look who that is. I don't know the people by name because I'm.
I think isn't he an ex-wrestler? Is he like John Cena or a cage fighter or something? I think. Wait. I don't think he's done anything notable. You know, it's all straight to DVD stuff.
I'm not actually too sure who he is. I don't recognise his face. Do you recognise who he is? I don't know who he is.
No. I'm sure he must be some kind of wrestler or something. I don't know why I just brought up Scott Atkinson.
He was in Ip Man 4, which I've not seen yet, but that's a fairly notable film. Yeah, these look like they're all like direct to DVD action films by the looks of it.
Yeah.
He's in Expendables 2. Interesting. Doctor Strange. That's a fairly big film. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say that I know much that he's been in, other than a few of those.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, and Bridesmaids? That's a bloody mixture, isn't it?
Is that a trilogy? Because that's a bit really strange trilogy.
The Bourne Bridesmaid.
I've not seen any of those because I clearly don't watch films by the sounds of it.
You've not seen any of the Bourne films at all?
No.
There's some kick-ass action in that.
Is it good? Yeah.
Matt Damon's fights, yeah.
I've heard it's like a bit like more kind of modern James Bond, more actiony.
Kind of, yeah.
James Bond, yeah.
What is the best deal you found?
That's difficult. Probably there's this Godzilla box set that I picked up. It's called the Toho Masters Collection. It's out of print and it sells for about £250 now.
Oh shit!
I found it on eBay for 50 quid. So I was quite happy about that.
Oh wow! I wouldn't say the best deal. There was probably about 2 years ago. There was this Vincent Price box set that Xavi was selling.
Oh, is it
like
is it the 6 Gothic Tales? That one?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was buy one get one free. They were selling them for 40 quid, but CEX were giving 80 quid for it. So wow. I bought about 4 copies and made about 180 quid out of it.
Nice.
That's probably the best deal.
But that also makes you a dirty scalper, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Damn.
I can't even get a PS5, let alone something like that.
What have you been doing today?
Absolute sweet F all.
Nothing.
Oh,
What
that's a
have I
lie. I filmed my Mortal Kombat review and put that up. That's up on the channel.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's
do
all
my
I've really
review
done.
in the morning, so I can mull it over a bit more.
Yeah.
I went into CX this morning, didn't find anything. Charity shops were shit. I did film my T-shirt tag, movie-themed T-shirt tag video, which Geordie Paul tagged me in, so that'll be up later on.
I don't have any movie T-shirts, so I couldn't do it.
Other than that, watch Mortal Kombat and then on the stream. Phil's here. Phil 4K.
Absolute legend, Phil, man. He's an absolute legend. Yeah. Absolute.
This is where the questions get a bit weird, so I'm going to keep an eye on these. Elvis Presley or Elvis Costello? Don't worry, you had some weird shit yesterday.
I'm trying to think of like who the fuck the other guy is, because I'm awful.
What Elvis Costello?
Yeah.
I think he was big back in, was it the 80s or early 90s?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
I'll probably say Presley because I'm very familiar with all his stuff. So
I think most people are. Yeah. Is it tomorrow that I'm? Yes, it is, Comey. And just for you, I'm going to actually put green lights on tomorrow because we need a bit of green Kermit. Have you seen Chappie with Sholto Copley?
I haven't, but I've been meaning to because I've seen all the director's other films, District 9 and Elysium. Yeah. They're both very good, but I've just never got around to checking out Chappie.
Yeah, I've actually never seen Chappie. I've got it on 4K as well. You end up buying shitloads, sticking it on the shelf, and then you just never get around to watching them, do you?
Collector's problems, mate. Collector's problems, eh? That's what it is.
Willie Stroke. What do you do in your free time? Probably a lot of bloody YouTube.
Yeah.
And trying to watch films.
Yeah, watching films, doing YouTube. I play drums as well, so I play some drums.
You do, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not a patch on your drum. I'm just very casual. What else we got here? Have you seen Child 44 with Tom Hardy? I have. No. That was the one where he played I think an SS officer in World War II.
I've noticed there's a lot of films with one word in a number. So it'd be like Block 33, like Cell Block 63 or something with Vince Vaughn and stuff like that. It'd be really weird.
Yeah. They like shoving numbers in, don't they?
Yeah.
Have you seen Naked Attraction on Channel 4? I've entered for the next series. Oh, Jesus Christ. Have you actually seen this?
I haven't, no.
Don't. I don't watch it. I only watch when they watch it on Gogglebox. There's literally like 6 or 7 people lined up, and then a barrier comes up and you get to see veggies and cocks, and you have to judge who you want to date by what you see. And that's Channel 4. Only Channel 4 could do something like that.
I don't watch traditional television anymore, so I probably will never get round to ever.
Don't ruin your eyes by watching that.
That brings a new meaning to the dating game, though, right?
Yeah. I picked up 10 DVDs for £1 in my local charity shop. It's pretty good.
It's good.
Have you seen Coco from Disney and Pixar? Definitely.
I've not, but it's one that I've been
meaning to get onto. It's such a beautiful looking film as well. So colourful. Where are you? I've got the the Blue Fans edition with a lenticular.
That's cool.
It's a really nice steelbook as well.
Is that the film? Does it like celebrate Day of the Dead? Like the whole kind of
That's the one.
Kind of yeah.
Brilliant Pixar film. Coyote. Have you seen Coyote Ugly? Oh Christ, years ago.
See, this is when they're going to be like, don't bring it back on. There's nothing. I've not seen it.
I think I probably saw it about the time when Leanne Rimes did the soundtrack to it, because she did a song where they were all dancing on the bar and that. Hello, Kermit. I'm now watching Guardian Tess. I take it that's a film. Have you seen Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr.? I have not, but I do have it as usual.
I have more. I have not. But my mum keeps banging on about it. She wants to see it, so maybe I'll just buy the Blu-ray or something for her at some point.
Yeah, I've heard some pretty bad things about it as well.
I think I've only ever seen the Eddie Murphy one. Is it Eddie Murphy? Did Dr. Doolittle? Is it Eddie? Who is it?
I think Eddie Murphy did do one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've only seen.
I think it was just called Dr. Doolittle, wasn't it? I think Eddie Murphy one.
Yeah, I think so.
What's your best 4K Blu-ray copy that is a far superior to the Blu-ray? Probably Blade Runner 2049 and the first Avengers. They blow the bloody Blu-ray away totally.
I haven't made the upgrade to 4K yet, so that's way beyond what I can give you. I can't give you
way beyond my years. Where are we? Have you seen Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Iron Man, The Kingdom, and Monsters? Pretty much all of those at one point.
This is where people are going to be like, "Why have you got this guy on?" I've seen none of the Harry Potter films.
Oh, really? What doesn't interest you, or just never got round to it?
A bit of both. Like when they first started to come out, I wasn't interested, and now I sort of am interested because everyone bangs on about them all the time.
Yeah,
like my cousin's like a massive fan of them all, so I feel like I've got to watch them. I feel like I'm obligated to watch them at this point.
I kind of was the same at the beginning when they first released the first book or the first two books. I was like, what is this all about Harry Potter? Why is people going mad over it? You know, then they announced they were doing a film and we saw who was going to be playing the kids. And I said, I'm not going to bother going and see that. It's going to be such a childish lot of rubbish. And I went to see it. I loved it. And I've been a Harry Potter fan ever since.
Yeah, my mum loves it as well, and she keeps begging me to sit down and watch them with her. But I've got to be in the mood to watch something. So
yeah,
whenever she wants to watch them, I'm never, ready to watch them, kind
thing.
of
Favorite item from a butcher, meat.
I think that was meant to sound dirty, right? That was the whole point of that question.
Yeah. Have you seen the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift? Have you seen any of the Fast and Furious?
I've only seen the first two. I've never gone beyond the first two.
Tokyo Drift's the third one, isn't it? I think that's the third one.
Yeah, I think so.
They get better. From like 5 or 6 onwards, they get way better. It's like Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I've heard the Fast and Furious series. Apparently, they become superhero films with cars.
Yeah. They're just about to go into space as well. Hello, Stuart. Do you think the same as me that mainstream steelbook designers are getting lazy, lack of embossing and debossing? Yes, definitely. On the mainstream. Have you seen the new Chaos Walking steelbook that Xavier bringing out?
Yeah, it's all like got the weird kind of all lines.
Yeah. It's like someone's gone over it with a screwdriver. It's just weird. The cheap way that they get around it as well, not putting a title on it, but just putting a title on the bloody cardboard wraparound. so that they can mass produce the same steelbook, you know, all around Europe, but they only have to print the cardboard.
Yeah, I've the thing that really puts me off steelbooks, like I've only just gotten into getting steelbooks because I picked up the Sharknado one because it just the artwork was so good on it. I got it cheap as well. Picked that up. The one thing I think someone was showing it off in the video that there's these steelbooks that come out that have no title on the front and no title on the spine.
Yeah,
Like, that seems a bit. You would have thought that'd be common sense to put the title on the spine, at least.
I've got two of those. I've got War for the Planet of the Apes, and After Earth, the M. Night Shyamalan. Neither had a spine title. It's just blackness, just sitting on the shelf there.
Yeah, it's a bit lazy, isn't it? I think.
Have you seen Flight with Denzel Washington? No. Yeah, that's a good film. That's the one where he has some mechanical problem on a jumbo jet and he flies the fucker upside down and tries to write it the right way. But then it's a whole court case because they accuse him maybe of getting pissed, you know, the night before and that he was not in control of the plane. It's a good film.
I think the best Denzel Washington film I've seen is Man on Fire. You've seen that?
Oh, yeah, that's a good film.
That's really good, yeah.
Mondo Chelovic's here.
Hello, John. Thanks for jumping in.
Watched your live stream this morning, really enjoyed it. Jack was a great guest. He knew his stuff.
Yeah, it was really good. Massive Jackie Chan fan. He is, Jack.
Is he?
Physical Media Madness. I really implore everyone to go and check his channel out. He's really good content.
There's a plug.
Yeah, just thought I'd rather plug other people's channels than my own. So, there you
go. What's your opinion on The Terminal?
I really like that film.
Is this the Tom Hanks one?
I'm assuming so, yes. I believe. That's
Tom Hanks and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It's the only Terminal film I know is the Tom Hanks one.
Yeah, well, there is one just called Terminal as well, isn't there? Terminal 2004. Yeah, it is Tom Hanks and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, I think that was Spielberg. I think that was a Spielberg film.
Yeah, I really like that film. I think it's a really good film. No one really talks about it very often.
Yeah, directed by Spielberg. Yeah. Have you seen Frost Nixon with Michael Sheen? No, haven't seen that one.
Me neither.
Rob's here. Hello, Robbie.
Dun-dun.
Yeah, dun-dun. What's your favourite film that came out in March 1986? Oh dear. That's because I kept on every one of my streams, someone comes in and says, what's your favourite action film from 1988? Or what's your favourite animated film from 2004? And it's quick IMDb. I don't know what came out in March 1986, mate. What is your opinion on Tom Cruise? Are you a Tom Cruise fan?
I think he's very charismatic. I think he's very likable. So yeah, I pretty much if he's in it, I tend to watch it. Basically, I think he's a very likable actor.
Did you see that rant he had with the backstage?
No. Is it bad?
I think it's on YouTube. He went right off at them, swearing at them and shouting at them because I think they were not wearing masks on the production of probably Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
It was entitled to, you know, because if they'd spread something around, then it could have shut the whole production down.
I do have a lot of respect for him though, because he does his own stunts. You know, Mission Impossible 2, where the guy's trying to stab him, but he can't reach him. He's like right up against his eyeball. That's all real.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
all. He actually laid there and let him get that close to his eye.
Because of course, in the last one, he buggered his foot up, didn't he? When he jumped from the building, he smashed his foot on the other side of the building.
He's crazy, man. Like he goes, we've got this big jump scene. I'll do it.
Yeah,
he's crazy. Like honestly, I have a lot of respect for people that do that though.
And in the new Top Gun, he learned to fly that plane.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Didn't
he's
know that.
actually flying that fucking plane in the film. He does his own shit, doesn't he?
He is good. I like him. I think he's a good actor.
What is your favourite Paul? Mine is Big Pauly. Okay.
Look, I'm not going to split hairs, so I'm not saying no.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen this. Horrid Henry. I've heard of it. I've never seen it though.
Yeah, not seen it either.
Harry's got a question for you. He hasn't actually said what it is though. I'm sure it's probably further down on the chat. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Tea all day long. It's basically it's all I drink. Honestly, it's all I drink. It's all I drink.
Have you seen Hurt Locker with Jeremy Renner?
I think I have, but it was a very long time ago. And I don't really remember much of it.
Yeah, he was a bomb disposal bloke, wasn't he, out in Iraq or wherever it was. Oh, there we go. Scott is a great martial artist. Check out Undefeated movies. Scott Adkins, that is, isn't it?
Cool. I'll make a note of that somewhere.
Have you seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Well, you did your ratings the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a ranking, yeah.
I was surprised how kind of high Fallen Kingdom was because everybody shits all over that film.
Yeah, I still think it's fairly entertaining. Like I said in my ranking, I think the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise is very consistent. I don't think there's a bad movie in there. I just think some movies are better than others, and they're just all enjoyable.
Out of Fallen Kingdom, I must admit I do prefer the first half. You know, when they go back to the island, than the whole auction and everything. But it makes it feel very horror Nosferatu, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The last part, which was fresh, really.
And the Indoraptor is terrifying as well. Is that?
But hopefully Dominion's going to be good because all the original cast are back, aren't they?
Yeah, and dinosaurs in the mainland as well, which is going to be interesting.
Bit like the end of Lost World.
Yeah, the T-Rex eating people.
Oh, look who's here. Magpie's here.
It is.
The pie of Mags is here.
the guy who puts magpies in movies.
Hulk's here. Just watching Nobody, not a bad film. Yeah, Jamie's actually said that's a really good film if you love John Wick.
Yeah, I love that. I love that film so much.
Yeah.
I only watched it yesterday, and it's just really good.
I've got that to watch tomorrow morning. It's going to be a bit weird because I've been watching Bob Odenkirk for the last 5 years on Better Call Saul, so I can't envision him kicking the shit out of people.
Oh, it's when he does, it's glorious. It's so good.
Brilliant.
It's utter badass is what he is in that film.
Have you seen The Rocketeer?
Yeah, I used to love that as a kid. Like, used to watch it a lot. I've not rewatched it as an adult yet, so that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Is it Billy Campbell? I think it was Billy Campbell who played him. Really good.
I used to have a little action figure when I was a kid as well. Little action figure of it.
It needs a new release, doesn't it? Something like Arrow or something, a special edition or something.
Yeah, but it's Disney, isn't it? So it won't.
Yeah.
Because you got the standard Blu-ray, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Disney
or a HMV Premium to match the Phantom.
Disney won't allow that stuff.
Jason looks like Russell Watson without the beard and the moustache and the hair. Well, with the hair. I don't know. You're going to have to go and have a look at some pictures of Russell Watson now.
Yeah, I know. I can't decide if that's a compliment or not. Right. We're going to have a live comparison. A live comparison. Let's see if,
I think
if I'm going to be.
I think it would be pre-weight gain as well, because I think he put a lot of weight on around his face.
All right, all right. I'm not too sure, you know. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
It's
No.
probably around the eyes or something.
Well, thank you anyway, Thomas. I appreciate it.
It's nice to have a compliment every now and again. What is the colour of your walls in the room you're in? Like, yours look like white or creamy?
Yeah, white, bit of cream. Yeah, white and cream.
Well, mine's red. You can see that. The whole place is red, apart from the ceiling, which is black. Are there any movies you have seen but are unable to get your hands on?
Yeah, Netflix's Hush. It never got a physical release, and it's one of those films that I've been gagging for a physical release for a while. Have you seen Hush, Paul?
I don't think I have.
It's a home invasion film about a deaf woman, and she gets attacked by this guy in a mask, and then she's like, "I've not seen your face." He takes his mask off. He goes, "Now you have, you bitch," and then it's like he just terrorizes her. But it's so good. I've never hated an antagonist as much as this guy. Like,
sounds good.
It's a really, really good like home invasion thriller.
Was that Netflix?
Yeah. It's really good, but it never got a physical release because Netflix don't put their stuff out on physical much, do they?
Bastards. Well, unless you go to Stinky Tuna. I would say M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. It's the only one of his films that's not got a Blu-ray release anywhere in the world.
Really? That's interesting.
No idea why.
You would have thought all his films would be on Blu-ray by now, right?
You think so, wouldn't you? Some of his films actually shouldn't be on Blu-ray, like Last Airbender and. Have I ever grown a moustache? Probably not. No, I don't think I have actually. Oh, Jamie's here. The bat has arrived. I'm hopeful you're going to watch Love and Monsters, because that's on Netflix, isn't it? I think it's Netflix. Love and Monsters.
Yeah, I've not seen that yet. I want to, but I don't have Netflix. I have Amazon Prime. You? So no, I have Amazon Prime, and I can't really double dip on streaming services. So I'm a bit tied to Amazon at the moment. I get Amazon
Disney Plus.
I don't want to give Disney my money, pretty much, but I won't go into.
Oh, well, fine. What are you anti-Disney?
It's political based, but I won't get into it on the stream. It's not the time and place. It's not the time and place. But yeah, I get Amazon Prime free with my phone contract, so it's just there. So I tend to stick with that.
I got the same with when I bought the Apple 4K TV. I got an Apple year free. Apple TV. Carl's here. Carlino9.
Hello, Carl. He's just hit 500 subs, isn't he?
Has he really? Oh, that's pretty good.
That's really good.
Jamie's close to 1,000. I think he's on about 915 at the moment.
He'll get there in no time.
Yeah. You keep on about indicator. Do I? Why are you talking about cars when you... it's a label.
We could go American and say blinkers.
That's true, yeah. Stick them in the trunk as well. Have you ever worn a tie?
Yes.
Yes. Usually to either a wedding or a funeral.
Yep. Or a job interview.
Interview, yeah. Which, Christ, I haven't had in like 25 years.
I'm currently unemployed, so I'm currently in that kind of window where I've got to get all nice suited and booted and stuff for an interview.
Have you seen The Queen with Helen Mirren? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of like a precursor to The Crown. I think they probably had the idea to do it. Helen Mirren is brilliant as the Queen, and James Cromwell played Prince Philip. It's a really good film. What YouTubers do you watch? Wow. Obviously, everyone that's on the BlueTube community, pretty much.
Yeah, there's so many to list, right? There's too many.
What do you watch? Who do you watch that's outside of the Blu-rays? You know, something else.
I see. Like sometimes I forget their name because there's people that I watch that don't post very often. I forget. There's a guy. I forget his name, but his name's Tom. But I forget what his channel's called.
Yeah.
But he's a big channel, 2.1 million subscribers.
Wow.
He does like educational stuff. Like he'll just ask really silly questions. Like he'll answer silly things that no one really cares about. Like the time UK didn't have a measurement for this measurement or something like that. But he's such a good presenter, and his content is so well produced that I just watch it because he makes it entertaining. So
That's
he's
cool.
quite good. There's a channel, a horror-based channel called Cody Leach. He's an American. He's a really good channel as well. There's
cool.
Too many. There's so many.
I've got loads on my list. Some of the ones outside of the community that I watch. There's a guy called Simon Wilson who literally goes around the world without any money, and he shows that you can go around the world. You can get on a plane without any money, blag a hotel room without any money, and he has this neat trick at McDonald's that he phones them up and says, "I was just in a couple of minutes ago, but I'm a cheeseburger and some fries light on my order. Can I come in and collect it?" So he goes in and gets free food. It's very entertaining. But
clever.
What else? There's also a couple of guys called The Proper People, who these two guys with their massive cameras and lights, and they go around all these abandoned things like cinemas and nuclear power plants and just video everything that's inside.
There's this other channel that my friend showed me because I'm a big food guy. So there's this channel where this guy, he's like a multi-millionaire. He's like in his early 20s. He's like a really kind of young multi-millionaire. And it's this channel of him just going to restaurants and ordering the most expensive thing on the menu. So there's a video where him and his mates are sitting down and he's just bought a $3,000 pizza. And this like massive pizza comes out. It's like unbelievably huge. That's what she said. And yeah, it's just them just eating, just paying really like stupid money for food.
Yeah,
it's quite entertaining. Although it makes me hungry. And makes
two food ones I watch. There's a guy called Matt Stoney and Kate Ovens, and they're literally kind of like man versus food. They just eat incredible amounts of food and they're skinny as shit.
There's a similar guy. I can't remember his name, but he's an Asian dude, and he does like challenges all the time.
I think that's Matt Stoney.
Is it? Yeah. The guy can put away, can't he? Bloody hell! Like
he's one of his challenges was to eat the entire McDonald's menu in like 5 minutes.
What, including the shakes and the desserts and all that kind
of stuff?
Everything.
Yeah, and apple pie and the cookies.
Wow.
I'd still be on the fries.
That can't be good for you though, man. They can't be good for you at all. Have you seen Super Size Me? It's not good for you.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. No, I don't think I'd want to do that for a month.
Yeah, sod that. I don't even like McDonald's, so.
Have you seen Slumdog Millionaire?
No, sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's Indian take on Millionaire. You know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I thought it was a boxing. What's the boxing film I'm thinking of? With the woman boxer.
$6 something dollar millionaire. With
Yeah,
the one
I've not
directed by
seen it,
Clint
but
Eastwood.
I don't know. I've not seen it, but I know there's like a
Six
similar
million
titled.
million dollar baby.
Is that what it's called?
I think that's the one with Hilary Swank, and it's directed by Clint Eastwood.
See, I probably got confused with the two.
Yeah,
Similar names.
the Slumdog Millionaire is where they show all the slums in India, and he goes on their version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Ever had a Cadbury chocolate bar?
Yes, many.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Pete's here.
Hello, Pete. You're on my stream next week. That's going to be a sweary one.
Yeah. I bet Pete's looking forward to 8 hours of swearing.
It's not going to be 8 hours. It's not.
Oh, go on.
To be fair, though, I always leave it up to the guest. If Pete's got to head off at a certain time, then that's where it will end. So, yeah. I don't like go, you're staying here for 8 hours. You've got to stay.
Yeah, you're chained. You can't move. What is your favourite car? What car do you
drive?
like?
I don't drive, so.
Or what car do you like the look of, or you wish that if you could drive, you would like?
It's generic. It's the most generic answer of all time. It's the 90s Dodge Viper, because I like Dodge Vipers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My ultimate car probably would be a cherry red convertible Ford Mustang from like the early 70s.
Nice. My cousin used to have a Mustang, but it was I think it was like a 2006 Mustang.
Yeah.
He had one of those, and he had the left-hand drive one, so it was really weird getting in the driver's side, but it's like not, because it's obviously like left-hand. That must be hard to drive left-handed on the right-handed on the UK roads, mustn't it? Do you think?
It must be really weird, yeah. Because you're also, if you've got the stick shift, then the gears, you're doing it with the wrong hand. Yeah. Have you seen A Star Is Born?
I want to. I've not seen it yet, though.
Yeah. No, I've got it, but I still haven't seen it yet.
My cousin bangs on about how it's like one of his favourite films, so we tend to have similar taste in films, so I tend to get around to watching what he recommends me, so one day maybe.
After Earth didn't have a spine title on the steelbook because the producers were embarrassed to be associated with it. That's probably true.
I've heard it's awful. It
is. It's not a good film. The War for the.
Sorry, I was going to ask. Can I ask a collector question? If you know a film is bad, say if you don't like a film, there's some collectors that still buy films they don't like to have in the collection. Yeah. Could you explain to me what the mindset for that? Because I wouldn't have films I don't like.
It's a collection thing. You've got to have all of the films in the collection. Like if there was 9 Fast and the Furious films and number 4 was shit, you'd still have number 4 because you'd want the entire film collection.
Yeah, with franchises it's different, but when it's like standalone films like After Earth, where it's shite, but yet people will still have it in their collection regardless of them not liking
it. For franchises, it's a completion thing, but for standalone films, it's like the 2014 RoboCop, the remake. I've got that in steelbook, but I don't know why I've got it in steelbook.
Is it a nice steelbook?
It's all right. There's no embossing or debossing, but
sometimes packaging sways me.
Sometimes, back in the day, I would just buy any old shit on steelbook, whether I like the film or not.
I didn't like steelbooks for the longest time until fairly recently, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I got out of steelbook collecting as a whole because they were just becoming so lazy with the designs. The pictures down the spines for the Disney's ones, or no titles on them, crap artwork, especially coming from Zavvi. So I just started going into collecting the 4K ones because the just the standard 4K AMOLEDs, the artwork was much better. There are some steelbooks that have come along that I really like, that have swayed
you
me.
show one of your videos where you were talking about why collectors double up on releases, and you were showing your different steelbooks for like Star Wars: The Force Awakens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
really nice steelbooks. Those were. So
Yeah, if they're done right, you know,
yeah,
with some nice embossing, debossing, gloss, and all that kind of stuff. I find probably one of the companies that really know how to do a steelbook is Blue Fans, because the art they use the poster artwork, and it's just they're absolutely gorgeous. If Xavi actually put as much attention into detail, I know it's the studios, but you know they sold stuff like what Blue Fans sold. Xavi would be bigger probably than HMV.
Xavi's just bought Arrow. Well, they haven't bought Arrow. They've bought a controlling stake, 75% stake in Arrow Video. Well, the Hut Group who own Xavi have. And
yeah,
would you be worried about that? Would you worry about where Arrow's going to go for the future with them with the Hut Group being in control? Because I know a lot of people who hate Xavi as a company.
Yeah, and their returns are shit. It's such a slog trying to get returned. See, that's the thing with Arrow titles, like the limited editions, you know, like the Thing and the Tremors 4K. It's nice to buy them in either HMV or from Amazon. But if they've bought a stake in Xavi, then are they going to make them exclusive, you know, Xavi ones? They could do
until it happens, I suppose.
Yeah. Who ever met Tim Burke Taylor? Who the fucking hell's Tim Burke Taylor?
I was about to say that. Who's that?
I have no idea.
You sure they don't mean Tim the Tall Man Taylor?
I don't know. Have you seen Ted with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, it hasn't aged well though. It hasn't aged well at all.
I think there should be a trilogy. I think there should be a Ted 3.
When did Ted 2 come out?
Well, for a couple of years now, isn't it?
Hmm.
Ted 2's not as entertaining, but it's still all right.
Yeah.
Do you read any newspapers?
No.
My dad still gets the Daily Mirror delivered every day. When I was a kid, when I was a wee nipper, I had a paper round, and we had these massive bags full of papers. We would spend like 2-3 hours delivering papers. Now a paper boy has like 5 newspapers in his whole pack because everybody gets their information online and their news online. Yeah. My dad's still very traditional.
I used to have a paper round, and you didn't have to just post a newspaper. You had to put the newspaper together, so you actually have to put each page in order.
And no,
it was a nightmare. Like I spent about 2 hours doing that. Bear in mind, I've probably got about 100 newspapers to deliver. So I'm doing that for like 2 hours, and I've got to go out and actually deliver them.
Oh my god!
That was.
And we actually delivered the newspapers properly. You know, we actually put them through the letterbox, not like the lazy fuckers in America who just ride their bikes and sling them on the lawn.
yeah. I can imagine if we started doing that, there'd be so many complaints.
Yeah.
Why is your paper boy throwing my newspaper at my window? Like
he knocked my plant pot off.
But the thing is though, I've had bear in mind I was like 17 when I did that, 16, 17. When I did that, I used to get complaints about how I've put them through the letterbox as you do. Oh, can you like the complaints would be like, can you tell your paper boy not to put my newspaper through the letterbox so my dog gets it? I'm like, ain't my fault. Ain't my fault.
Control your dog.
Yeah, sort your dog out.
Have you seen The Boys? Yeah, that's on Prime, isn't it?
Yeah, I've not seen it.
That's a really good superhero series. It's like an anti-superhero series.
Yeah, I've heard it's good, but it takes me a lot to really kind of get onto a series You know, I could get 1,000 people recommending me something, and I might not get onto it until like 2 years down the line because I just don't care that enough. You know.
Do you plan purchasing video consoles and games? Are you a gamer at all?
I used to. I've had this conversation with my friends and that. Like, I used to be. I have a PlayStation 4. I used to be like. It used to almost be an addiction. Video games. But then I got into Blu-ray collecting. That kind of changed the dynamic, and I got into movies a lot more. And I find it ever since my dad passed away last year, I've just kind of not cared about video games. I don't know whether it's because I had such a relationship with my dad through movies. Like, a lot of my favorite movies, my dad introduced me to. So I don't know whether, and he always thought video games were stupid. So I don't know whether him passing away just completely changed my outlook on everything. Perhaps, I don't know. But
it's possible that something had something to do with it. Yeah.
So I don't play nowhere near as much as I used to, game wise.
Yeah. No, I used to have a PlayStation 4, but you know, between YouTube and trying to watch movies, I just never had time to play games. So I gave it or sold it to my niece for her to take to university. She's going to get some use out of it. I'm sitting in my garden with a nice bottle of wine.
Cool.
I've got a helicopter flying over. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's probably a police one.
That's probably the helicopter that flew over my house about 2 hours ago when I was trying to have a cold. Absolute bastard.
What do you do when you get up in the morning? What a routine?
Brush my teeth. Yeah, brush my teeth, have a cup of tea, have some breakfast. And thing is, I don't always get up in the morning, so it depends what time of the day you're talking about.
What do you do when you get up in the afternoon?
I generally just think about why the hell have I got up in the afternoon? Wasting my life away.
What's your opinion on Final Destination? Are you a fan of those films?
I think the first two are really good, and it gets a bit samey after that, and I don't really care after that.
Yeah, Final Destination 2 freaks me out with the freeway. You know, the lorry with the logs on the back.
I still would say that's one of the greatest car pile-up sequences ever put on film for me.
Yeah, and a couple of years ago, I went Blu-ray hunting, and I was literally behind a lorry with logs on, and I floored it. I thought, "Fuck this! I'm flooring it past it."
I remember going out with a friend once. We were behind this lorry, right? And I was like, "Is that lorry swaying?" And he's like, and my mate who was driving, he was like, "I don't think it's swaying," but the actual back of the lorry was going.
Oh God!
And we literally passed it, and about 2 minutes after we passed it, it literally went.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was bad. Like we literally like just dodged a bullet there.
Christ,
like
that really shit me up.
Yeah. So I don't know what motorway we was on, but it must have been closed for a few days after.
Yeah, I should imagine. Scott Adkins is great in The Debt Collector 1 and 2. Okay.
I wish I had a bit of paper so I can write all this stuff down.
Yeah. So you could get it on the replay later.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't suppose you've seen any of the Pitch Perfect films?
I don't even know what that is, so no.
I think it's like Glee. I think it's like singing contest or something.
Oh, I'm not a fan of musicals, so I probably.
I'm not. Yeah, I've never been really interested in the Pitch Perfect films.
You know, I appreciate a film that has a good story, but the fact that these characters break into song for no apparent reason, I just can't buy it as a story narrative thing. I'm just like, why they just start singing for no reason? And then all these characters come in and like, la, 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 la. Like, why is this happening? Catch the bad guy. That's what it feels like. It's really weird. I think musicals are kind of strange as a genre.
Yeah. Are you happy with your name, or would you change it?
It's very strange because my dad was very proud of his surname Brett, very proud. He used to go through like the family tree stuff you can do. Where I've never really I've not felt about my name strongly enough to care either way. I'm just like, you know, I was born Jason Brett. That's me. That's who I am. But since my dad, again, it's so crazy how certain things in life can change your outlook. See, like my dad passed me. My dad was called David. My middle name is David. So on all of my social media stuff, I've started to put my middle name.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I am carrying on his legacy, his name.
Yeah.
If you think of it that way. So my name means more to me now than it did before, you know?
Yeah. That's cool, yeah. If I was to change anything on my name, I would probably have a middle name. Both myself and my brother were never given middle names.
Okay.
But I don't know why, or they probably thought, oh, one name's enough. They'll probably try to remember it.
Have you ever met those greedy bastards that have like 3 middle names? You're like, you greedy so and so.
Yeah. Pick one and stick with it. Aaron Christian's here. Hello.
We are doing well, I think. Yeah. Good.
Ergin as well. Do you have the Monkey box set, the 1970s version?
No,
I haven't got, and I haven't seen the new one yet either.
Is he talking about the Journey to the West, the monkey thing?
Isn't it the
Chinese Journey to the West?
The Japanese dubbed one, you know, the English dubbed one, the series from the 70s.
Oh, my brain's gone dead.
Monkey Magic, I think they called it over here.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen that, you know.
No.
I was thinking of something else because there is a film called Monkey, which is like Journey to the West. Yeah, like a Journey to the West kind of story. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, box set? Oh, I can't get that. Then now you were saying it's a series. I was like, oh, maybe it's not that.
Yeah, they've just done a reboot. I think they've either did a reboot on Prime or they did it on Netflix.
There is a I think it's 70s show that I want to get if you can even get it on Blu-ray or DVD, which is The Green Hornet with Bruce Lee. I'd love to get that at some point if it's available physically.
Favorite Beyonce song?
It's not even my kind of music, so nothing.
No. Where are we? John Travolta is making a Grease reunion. Oh, okay. I hope he's going to be more successful than the last couple of his films he's done.
I can't even think what he's been in recently, to be fair.
Oh, the last one I can remember was the fan. What was it called? Fanatic.
Oh, the Fanatic. Yeah, I've heard that's really shit.
Where his first line of dialogue was, "I've got to go take a poo."
The funny thing is, I could believe that. I could believe that that's the actual first bit of dialogue.
It was entertaining for what it was, just watching John Travolta play this total loon.
You know, I bet he was.
Ergin loves your T-shirt. What is it?
Oh, it is. Do you know Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Oh yeah.
So the comics have the actual comics of that have a particular art style. So this is a crossover T-shirt. It's a Dragon Ball and Scott Pilgrim crossover. Super Saiyans versus the World.
That's pretty cool. So you can do your T-shirt tagging.
Sorry, my headphones for that. What'd you say?
Either free to come to Pauly on Thursday for a birthday brekkie. Oh God, I'd love to.
It depends how I don't drive, so it depends how far away from me that is.
Where are you?
I'm in like Kent. Like I'm more London than Kent. I'm like Dartford.
Oh, right.
Dartford. You know that kind of area.
Yeah, it's about 3.5 hour car drive, I should imagine. I'm not sure what it would be on the train though. Bournemouth, Jamie. Is this going to get a little bit too political, or what are your thoughts on the royal family?
Yeah. We should really skip that question.
Yeah, we'll skip that one then, shall we?
I don't think it's really necessary.
Blu-ray collector, if you want Hush on Blu-ray, I can sort you out, as I have one available on my Instagram page.
Awesome. I need to go there immediately because I need
Blu-ray
that in my life. I need it in my life.
That's
I think I've been chatting to him recently, actually.
That's the chat I got my Abyss, my recent copy of the Abyss from, which is fantastic, bloody quality.
Awesome. Goody gumdrops.
I think he does a lot of like Netflix ones, so I don't know if he gets them from Stinky Tuna or.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. All I know is that he has a guy. He's all told me he's got a guy who does it.
Yeah.
Thing is, like, do you have people kind of whinge that you get bootlegs? Because I've got an opinion where if you can't get it officially, physically anywhere else, I don't mind getting a bootleg, because if it's trapped on digital, it's not my fault the company hasn't put it out.
Well, I've got two now. I've got True Lies, and the Abyss. The Abyss is the best quality you're going to get. But I mean, if someone has a Blu-ray version of M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, then yeah, I'll definitely be up for buying one. What is your brand of headphones?
These are Audio Technica.
Is that good?
They're very good. I paid enough money for them, so I was hoping they could be good.
I hope they're good, yeah.
Yeah.
Playtendo guys here. Is he actually calling you a new YouTuber? A new blue tuber? I don't think Jason's new.
I'm not like brand new, but I guess I'm fairly unknown in the circle.
You've been around the block a bit though, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
Where are we? Have you seen the Warner Brothers news ditching physical media?
Are they?
I don't know if it's to do with. I saw something that they'd signed a contract with someone, maybe Netflix, to show their new films.
No, I think that was Sony. Was that Sony?
Was that Sony?
I think Sony have inked deals with Netflix for, they call it like pay. So for the first so many days, their stuff goes on. Those stuff goes on to Netflix, and after that, it goes to Disney Plus. Like Disney's getting all the Sony stuff as well. So Sony is like inked deals with a bunch of people to get their stuff on platforms.
If it's not that, Phil, stick it down below so we can find out what that is, because I'm not familiar with that.
That's going to upset me though, because that means if Warner Brothers stop physical media, that means the HMV premium collection will end, or more or less will end, because it's mostly Universal and Warner Brothers titles, isn't it?
Oh, don't tell Alan, whatever you do.
He's got all of them though, isn't he? He's got all of them though, right? He's up to date, isn't he?
Yeah, every single one of them.
Was it 160 odd or something like that?
I think he's got about 140 something at the moment, something like that.
I've got about 10 titles.
Yeah, I haven't got that many. I've probably got about the same, about 10.
Yeah.
Robert Ford has just subbed to you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
What is the most disturbing movie you've ever seen?
Most disturbing. See, I tend to keep away from films that say disturbing. That's a hard question because I could say like films that really affected me afterwards. I can just throw one out. There's a French movie called Inside, or by its French title, it's called like La Intérieur or whatever it's called in French. And basically, it's about a woman. It's Christmas Eve. She's just been in a car accident which killed her husband. She's pregnant. She's about to give birth. She gets a knock on the door by this really strange woman. She says, "Sorry, I can't help you." This woman wants help for some reason. The girl says, "I can't help you." The woman proceeds to break into her house. It's a home invasion film. She proceeds to break into her house, and the invader's mission is to cut out the unborn child from the woman. And it is the most brutal. It is the most brutal, intense home invasion film I've ever seen. It's one of my favorite modern horror films of all time. It just like, have you ever had one of those moments where the credits roll and you're sitting there? I am literally exhausted because you're on your bloody edge of your seat, literally like, oh my god, what's going on? And yeah, that film really kind of, I just sat there, just had to think about it for a second. Yeah,
that sounds barrel of laughs.
It's like, I mean, as a film, it's brilliant, but it's, don't watch it with your pregnant partner or whoever. Don't watch it with a pregnant person.
Yeah,
because it is horrifying.
Most disturbing movie. I would. Oh God, I don't know. They're probably not that disturbing, but probably the first Human Centipede, and what was that? I watched about the adult babies.
Oh yeah, I saw a review of that. Yeah,
having their asses wiped, and they took their nappies off, threw shit
everywhere. Do you know what? Right? Do you know what? I almost bought that. I think it was like, I had a voucher for CX, and it was like £4 in CX. But I always look up a review, and your review popped up, right? So I was like, I'll go watch Big Pauly. And as soon as you said that, there's like literally a scene where it's like an orgasm of shit and vomit. I was like, no thanks. Thanks.
Oh dear, man. It's kind of the thing that I would imagine going on in Parliament, on a Friday night with all the MPs.
I mean, they're grown children, right? I mean, they're grown children. Let's go into it. Let's stop that conversation right now. Oh no.
What do you think about Fast and Furious 9? Have you seen the trailer? What are your thoughts of the movie? I enjoyed the trailer very much. Love the action. Cena versus Vin Diesel. I thought the trailer's good. The new trailer, I think, is good. Have you seen the trailer?
I've not seen any Fast and Furiouses, so no.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be a good one.
I think Cena will beat Vin Diesel. You can't see him, can you? Da, 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 da.
If you could do back in time and change something, what would it be? What, in film or in anything?
Life. Like what? I don't know.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is going to get very what's the word? Very, very deep and meaningful, I suppose. Like I'd say I wouldn't change anything in my life because everything that I've experienced has made me who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. So that's my answer.
It's a weird question because there are certain things that you could change. Is it something that we could change, or something in our lives, or something that we could change in someone else's life, or prevent something from happening? Oh, I can smell a barbecue going on outside. Oh.
It's a loaded question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a very loaded question.
I'll tell you what, I'd go back in time about 1.5 years and set fire to the wet markets in Wuhan.
Oh, did you hear as well? China, they're not taking responsibility. They're blaming America for the COVID, even though it's been proven that it was the original source was in Wuhan.
Yeah, and
But
then
we won't
went
get
all
into
over there,
that.
didn't they? They went over there to investigate the labs and everything, and they denied them access to the labs for about 6 months. Probably while they could clean the fucking shit up. Because it's always been the conversation: is did it really happen in these wet markets, or was it created in a lab and it got leaked?
I think it's the case that we're never going to find out, right? We're never going to find that kind of stuff.
Let's move on, eh?
Yeah, just looking forward to things being back. I'm looking forward to be able to go to the cinema.
Oh fucking hell! I want to go to the cinema. I want to go now. I was downtown this morning. I'm hoping Cineworld.
I'm hoping some of the films that have already come out earlier this year on streaming can get cinema runs later in the year. Like Godzilla vs Kong. That Godzilla vs Kong was made for the cinema, man. Like I need to see it in the theater.
That might be one of the first things when they reopen. I hope so.
The only thing that puts me off going back to the cinema is if there is a mask mandate, because I don't know if I can really sit there with a mask for the whole film.
We'll just buy a really big bag of popcorn and make it last 3 hours. That's what I do. Just eat it really slowly.
But I mean, if there's social distancing, it shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah, because usually 2 or 3 seats, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait
so it's going to be like a 25 or 30% capacity, I should imagine, which is not going to be ideal for things like Bond and, A Quiet Place and some of the bigger films.
Yeah, the thing is, though, Godzilla vs Kong has smashed it, isn't it? 390 million. It's done really well.
Trouble is, if it does too well on streaming, then they're going to think, "Oh, okay, let's just send everything to streaming."
I think that's theatrical numbers, because it came out in theaters in China. It came out in theaters in China and the United States. And
should imagine it doing a lot more in China than US.
Yeah.
Huh? When's the giveaway announcement? What giveaway announcement? Don't know what. It's not the Godzilla 2014 4Ks, because I was giving 2 of them away. 2 of them away. That's already happened. I did that last week. Pay attention. Who is on the stream next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? There'll be nobody on the stream next week. I can only do this every 2 weeks because I next weekend I'm working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Blu-ray Bullet Bit is coming on though in a couple of weeks, so that'll be fun.
That'll be sweary. It's been fairly not so sweary right now. I've been behaving myself today.
He's holding back. With the original Indiana Jones movies getting released in 4K, are you getting rid of your original steelbooks? I don't have them anymore. I sold them ages ago. I do have one big steelbook that's got all 4 Indiana Jones films in it, but I'll probably hang on to that because I like the design of it.
I still have my DVD box set of Indiana Jones.
Your Next is the best home invasion next to Straw Dogs. I don't remember Straw Dogs.
Your Next is really good. Straw Dogs is good as well. 70s, I think it's 70s. It has kind of like it does have a bit of a rapey kind of angle in it, which I always get a bit put off of that kind of thing. But it's still a pretty good film. My favorite home invasion would be Inside, which I spoke about earlier, and I really like Hush. I think Hush is really good.
Well, you might be able to get a Blu-ray copy now, eh?
Yeah.
Universal and Warner Brothers are collaborating their physical media distribution to concentrate the costs.
Oh, okay.
That ain't stopping production.
That's good to hear.
I always thought Apple TV was an actual TV, not a box. I suppose you could make that mistake.
Oh yeah, I can imagine it'd be a TV that looks like an apple.
Yeah. Oh, hello, you got another subscriber. Movies.
Thank you so much.
James.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, James.
Phil says Warner Brothers will still do Warner Archive stuff. There are the titles to boutique labels.
Okay, so stuff like Premium Collection then will still go ahead.
That's good. That's good news.
Yeah.
Luke is here. Hello, Luke. I'm only here for
Luke.
a bit. He's only here for a little bit.
I'm just glad he's here at all. It's all nice. It's all good.
It's all good.
Of all the questions.
Is Tom Cruise still going into space for the next Mission Impossible? I don't know, actually, because I think he's filming 7 and 8 back to back. So I don't know what the story is on 8.
I think I'm so behind on the Mission Impossible franchise. I think I've only seen the first 3. So behind. Apparently, they are the ones after that are the best ones. Apparently, I've heard.
Yeah,
really good.
Definitely. Yeah, so like 5 and 6 onwards. Those who enjoy physical media may be suffering quite the blow next year, according to animation historian Jerry Beck. Warner Brothers will begin to phase out DVD and Blu-ray releases beginning 2022.
That sucks.
That's not good.
Well, if they do that, it's gonna go. It just means I'm gonna go to the bootleggers. Just that's the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, if they're gonna make sequels to the Godzilla, legendary Godzilla, one's the first Godzilla films, but I'm not gonna release it physically. I'm gonna get bootleg versions because I want them in my collection.
Yeah.
Because you know me, you know how much of a nerd I am for Godzilla. Absolute nerd.
I hope Godzilla vs. Kong comes to the cinemas. Big films always better in cinemas. Yeah, 100%. Definitely.
Yep, 100%. I mean, it's 2 monsters beating the hell out of each other, so it needs to be in the cinema.
Yeah, what can go wrong? Legend Lewis is here. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hostage and The Purge are my favourite home invasion movies. Is The Purge really a home invasion movie?
The first one is, yeah. It's literally just a straight up home invasion film.
Is it?
Hostage is very
I've never seen any of them.
Hostage has got Bruce Willis. And I think he gets his family gets kidnapped and he's got to negotiate their surrender or something, and he has to enter the house. It's like almost I think it's like a reverse home invasion. I forget. I could be wrong here. But Wasn't there
a home invasion film with Harrison Ford? Was it Firewall, where Paul Bettany held him hostage or held his family hostage, and he had to go and get some money or get some data from an office? Something like that.
I've not heard of that before.
I think it's Firewall, it's called. Yeah, they held his family hostage. It's like Die Hard at home. Would you ever sell your collection and start totally over? Like Horror in Touch? No, never. I'm happy with everything that I've got.
I can't. Does Horror in Touch? Does he ever regret selling his old collection off?
He says he doesn't, because he had a lot of shit that he didn't really want, and now he can get the best versions of everything that he wants.
That's fair.
But he apparently got quite a stack of money for it, and he can focus on what he wants to buy. But I wouldn't. It's taken so long to buy what I've got, and I would just phase some stuff out. You know, if there's some stuff that I don't want, I just sell it. But on the most part, I love my collection.
That's what I do. I kind of have little purges so often, just purging a bit of silly things. But at the moment, I tend to buy what I like and what I want, rather than just buy any old shit.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, I'm going to be going through my steelbook collection because I've got quite a few old steelbooks that I don't really need, and I'm just gonna send them to Pete so he can stick them on his giveaway. Either that, or he can keep them in his collection because there's so many steelbooks that I don't watch films. I don't watch them.
There's some really old steelbooks because I think they're old because there used to be the first bunch of steelbooks that came out for films used to have a little like frame over around them, and it used to be kind of almost. Like,
oh yeah,
and I don't like them. So like
yeah.
whenever I see those ones, I'm like they're a bit crap.
And a lot of the earlier steelbooks had the information printed on the back rather than on the J card.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's on the Prince of Persia. I think that one's got printed back.
Thing is, I don't like J cards. I hate J cards.
I used to remove them off all of my steelbooks and bin them, but it makes it easier if you want to sell them though, because I do get asked a lot of times, if I'm selling a steelbook, do you still have the J card with it? Because they want the complete thing. It makes it easier to sell in CEX if you get a good price as well, because they can just scan it then. Oh, where are we? Questions. Done that one. I don't know. He's asking why so many dislikes. I don't know. I can't see from here.
It's probably me. No one likes me.
What movie are you planning to watch tonight?
I've been thinking about watching this an Arrow 80s slasher film called The Slayer that I'm thinking about watching. Somebody recommended it as like it's like Elm Street before Elm Street. So that sounds interesting. So I might put that on
six thumbs down. That's not too bad. I don't know what I'm watching tonight because the thing is, when I'm here with my dad, when I'm off, he only likes a certain type of film. He's in for the Bond or the Mission Impossible. I can't watch anything sophisticated or brain teasing because it just sends him to sleep. So I don't know. We'll probably just watch something that's on TV tonight. How much do you spend on films a month? Too much.
Yeah, I'm scared to say. I'm terrified to look at my bank account right now.
Do you have a 3DS or Switch?
I have a Switch.
There you go. I used to have, what was it? Was it a Sony? What's the UMD? They had like the little cartridges that you could watch movies on it as well.
Yeah, we have like PSP, PlayStation.
PSP,
4.
that's it. Yeah, I had a PSP.
Yeah. PSPs were cool.
Ever been to One Below? You don't have a One Below anywhere near you, do you?
We did, but it's only recently closed just before Christmas. It just kind of just shut up shop. Because in my local town, I had a pound shop and a One Below like next door to each other. But obviously, they probably cannibalize each other. So the One Below is gone now, which is a shame. Because it was the better store out of the two. Well, local to me anyway.
Yeah, Poland's not doing too well at the moment with the Blu-rays. I can't find anything new.
Yeah.
What are you planning on buying on Monday on new releases? Anything interesting?
Nothing, because I don't have any money. I've burnt. I've literally like last month I burnt through my budget, and I've burnt through my budget for this month already. So I'm buying nothing else at the moment.
What you want to do when you get enough subscribers, monetize your channel, because 8-hour stream will bring you in some money. Are you watching the Oscars, either live or on Monday?
I couldn't care for the Oscars whatsoever.
I'll tell you what, I watch the Oscars every year, not live, but on the replay on Monday. I've gone through all the catalog, the the list. That's everything. There's nothing I've seen. There's hardly anything, because of course we haven't had the films, and it's all like weird shit that's gone straight to Netflix or something.
The Oscars to me is just it's just a celebration for multi-millionaires to kiss their own ass. That's the Oscars.
That is true.
To be honest, so I couldn't care less. Like a couple of years ago, I was really happy to see a film that got Parasite got the Oscar. I'd never heard of it. I very rarely even care about films that won Best Picture at the Oscars, but Parasite was one of the best films ever made for me. I love that film.
That pissed Donald Trump off, didn't it? That a Korean film won.
Bad time. Something out of the United States won, though. Eh?
Yeah,
bad time.
I just don't know how they can do a 4 or 5 hour Oscars this year. There's just not been enough. I mean, it's easy for me to play back because I just fast forward through all the shit, and a 5 hour Oscar program turns into like 30 minutes. Have you been to any car boot fairs around your area?
Not for a very, very long time. There's usually a big one about an hour from me, but I don't know if that's been really running because of the pandemic.
Yeah, they've only just started to get back into them, haven't they?
I'm looking forward to going back to them once they get back to it, see if I can get any good deals.
Yeah, the trouble with boot fairs and me is that you have to get up early, and I don't like getting up early. I'll turn up at a boot fair at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
They're packing away their stuff. It's all ready to go.
Yeah.
Over. Damn.
More bad news. It's official. Warner Brothers shop has closed from digital bits. Yeah, the Warner Brothers shop in America, isn't it? I think the Warner Brothers one over here is still going.
I didn't realise there was a Warner Brothers shop. So that's how much I knew.
Yeah, I think Jamie occasionally orders from them, and they, like a second sight copy or an Arrow title, and you get a free poster or something, a free postcard or something. So they do exclusives. I think Wonder Woman 84, you got a free pop vinyl figure or something. Kermit, I watched one of your old videos. You were adding artwork to the inside of a steelbook. Oh my God. I think that's actually like my first video. Jeez. No, I haven't done that for a long time. I don't bother now because in the old day, you'd get the steelbooks and it's just be so plain inside. So, yeah. I would remove the outside, the plates, and remove the spine, print out artwork, put it all in, cut it and all that kind of shit to make it look a bit better. But you get artwork in them now, so there's no need to do it. Yeah, that's going back. That's like maybe 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Thoughts on the teaser for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? Have you seen that trailer?
I've not. I said we were talking about the MCU last night on my stream, and I was explaining how I'm pretty much done with the MCU. Like, I think Endgame was a good endpoint for me, and I'm pretty much kind of plateaued really with Marvel now.
Yeah. I kind of thought it was a little bit disjointed from the MCU. I suppose they're going in a different direction now, and refreshing it, making it fresh again. Because the trailer didn't feel like an MCU film, but it will still probably be good, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm more looking forward to Eternals with Angelina Jolie, but we haven't had a trailer for that one yet.
See, I say that I'm plateaued with the MCU. I still go and watch the new ones. It's not like I won't go and see them. I still will, but I just don't care as much now. That's all.
Have you Superman the movie? And Jason, I enjoyed it very much. I got connected with it. Best Superman ever. I also love Henry Cavill. He's good as Superman. Yeah, I love the original Superman. Christopher Reeve is the best Superman, if you ask me. But Henry Cavill's really good as well.
Yeah, I really like Henry Cavill.
A lot of people didn't like the Brendan Ruth one, did they? The reboot one.
Yeah, I think I only watched it once when I was younger, and I just didn't really think much of it, really.
Probably wouldn't be on TV now, would it? Because it's got Kevin Spacey in it. There's too many streaming channels these days. Everyone has one. I think Paramount are coming with their own streaming platform next year as well.
Yeah, I think if that's where, for me, that's where physical will win in the end, because no one person can afford to have Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO Max. Unless you're a multi-bloody millionaire, no one person can afford to have all these services, right? So, and not every service is going to have everything you want. There's always going to be stuff that you won't find ever. So having it on physical, you've always got it there. That's why I think, yeah, we're going to this digital future, but physical is going to have the last laugh, because we're going to have us collectors. We're going to have the films that they can't get on digital.
Yeah. Plus, with the digital, they can take the film off, tinker around with it, delete something, change the dialogue, and then put it back on the platform. Whereas if you got it on the disc, it's there. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think with Disney Plus and Netflix, a lot of stuff just isn't going to get a physical release. I actually can't see a physical release of The Mandalorian officially, probably maybe until like 4 or 5 years, or until the end of the run.
Or ever, perhaps.
Or ever, yeah. Because if they release a physical release, why bother going back to the channel to watch it? I'd love a physical release.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes, Lewis, I actually could watch another Muppet movie. I don't know what my dad would make of it, though. I think it's Muppets from Space is the next one on the list I've got to watch.
I think the last Muppets film I saw, I think I was about like 10 or 11. I think it was like Muppets Treasure Island in the cinema.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Do you like Avatar? And what do you think James Cameron finally released the second one?
Well, we've had this conversation, Pauly, before on your group about how I really don't like the Avatar movie. We've had this conversation.
Did you see my picture the other day? I Avatared myself.
Yeah. I immediately looked for that filter on Instagram. I was like, I would have a bit of fun with that filter. And it just looked awful. So I was like, I'm not going to share that.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, carry on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I personally think Cameron has waited too late to capitalize on this, because in 2009, Avatar was the biggest film of all time, right? He made absolute bank on it. If he made it so the sequel, if he got the sequel out by about 2011, 2012, I think he would have gotten the same kind of fever for it from people that like that film. But I think
there's still interest.
Now it's way too late. He's got four sequels he's planned. Like, it's too little too late, I think. Too little too late.
Yeah, because they're planned, I think the last of the sequels is coming out in 2028. It's going to have to be something absolutely extraordinary to capture people's attention again.
Do you think he's gonna bring in something revolutionary like the 3D with the original?
Well, what I did read from an interview from him a couple of years ago, whether or not he's been able to do it, is that from Avatar 3, it's going to be glasses-free 3D.
Interesting. So like stereoscopic 3D,
yeah? Yeah, because he's a big thingy on technology, isn't he? Like George Lucas. So you can see him probably investing in new technology for the last 10 or 15 years. We'll see, though. I don't know whether or not they make the kind of money that, Endgame and Infinity Wars made.
Yeah.
I have a super chat from Movies with James. Thank you very much for the super chat. I am just going to stick my little banner all over Jason's face. Super chat! I love it when that happens.
I mean, like the super chats, right? Do they just go towards your sausage baps and your coffees when you go out hunting?
More or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although a £2, say for instance, a £2 super chat, I'd probably get about 80p of it.
Really?
The rest goes to YouTube.
That sucks.
Or Google, rather.
Yeah.
Comments.
Like,
Well, are we? So when you get so many comments, you get lost eventually.
how many people are watching, may I ask?
52.
That's quite the jump between my 5 people on my stream last night.
5 people, really? 5 people? That's 5 people you didn't have.
Yeah, I know. But wow.
I think it also depends on the time, doesn't it? Because my streams are now quite early, like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
When I used to do them at like 8 o'clock at night, I used to get a lot more people. Still all good though.
I think I saw a stream when you had Jamie on, and you had about like over 100 people watching, which is really cool to see.
I think about 119. I think it went up to. They were just there for Jamie, of course. Are you a Dragon Ball Z fan or Z fan?
Yeah, I've got a video of my whole collection of Dragon Ball on my channel. So if you're into Dragon Ball, I recommend checking that video out.
There you go.
It's all here. Like, I'm looking at it right now. All my collection's right here, but I don't want to bore you by going through it on the stream.
Poundland had 50 Shades Free. I threw it behind the shelf. Well done. Nice one. I would have burnt it.
Just get your lighter out.
Parasite was hard to follow.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a big subtitle person. You know, I've never really gone into subtitles, but I watched that and I was just engrossed from the start. It was such a great story.
Yeah.
And ever since I've watched that, I've now gone on to other films with subtitles. I have no problems watching films with subtitles now.
Yeah, I've never had that issue really. Like, I remember talking to my mum, and I was trying to recommend her. What was I trying to recommend her? Oh, I got this French, this 60s French murder mystery, and it's in French. It's called Spotlight on the Murderer, and it's a really cool film. And I thought, well, my mum would like that. She quite likes those kind of murder mystery kind of movies and TV shows. And as soon as I said to her, "Oh, it's in French," I think the subtitles, she's like, "No, I can't watch that. No." She can't.
Yeah, my mum was like that. You know, how can you concentrate on the actors when you're looking at the writing all the time?
It's strange. It is like, it becomes like an automatic thing. You know what they're saying and you know what's happening. I can't really explain it, but it does become second nature where you just know what they're saying and you can see what's going on. I mean, if you look at your phone during dialogue, you're fucked. But I mean, just don't look at your phone while watching a dialogue-heavy film, I suppose.
And I think like a lot of people say, you're going to miss out on a lot of great cinema if you just not. If you don't focus on subtitles.
In my opinion, I think there's probably a lot of non-English speaking films that are some of the greatest films ever made. In my opinion, you know.
Oh, I mean, I saw one of the greatest zombie films ever made, Train to Busan. Yeah, and I never would have watched that. I never would have watched that if I was, not watching, for subtitles. It's probably my favourite zombie movie of all time.
I've got an example as well. Like in 2011, The Raid came out in cinemas. And as soon as someone says to me, "Oh, yeah, it's Indonesian with English subtitles," I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to watch that." But I watched it about 3 years after the fact. Now it's one of my favourite action films of all time. I love that film.
Yeah.
But when it was in theatres, I didn't want to go and see it because it had subtitles.
Yeah, weird.
I really regret that now.
Lewis, do you think Lulu and Claire would want to watch Black Widow? Yes, I know for a fact. That Lulu definitely wants to see Black Widow. She also wants to see the new Angelina Jolie one as well, about the firefighters. So, yeah, I'm sure Claire will be up for Black Widow because she's into Marvel as well. That would probably be like our first girls' day out for like nearly 2 years or something. I might even bring back Pauline, especially for the video.
I'm unfamiliar with that. I'm not going to say nothing.
You should get that out on one of my previous reviews. Just type in Big Paulie and Pauline. Kermit wants to know, what's your favourite Godzilla film, including the older titles?
It is the oldest of the old. It is Godzilla 1954. It's the very, very original first Godzilla film. It is my favourite. Go on, sorry.
Are the older films a bit weird now, knowing that there's a bloke in a rubber suit rather than watching this big CGI?
See, like I'm a big. There's the men in the suit there's an art form. It's called suitmation, and I have a lot of respect for it because these people that are in the suits, they go through hell because they only can shoot for 15 minutes because it's so hot, and the suits weigh so much that there's been cases if you look at the behind the scenes of some of these films, there's been cases where the suit actors have passed out in the suits. They've got to quickly get them out and stuff like that. It's crazy. Wow. So the suit actors go through hell. So I have a lot of respect for that kind of movie making. And I would say about the Godzilla franchise, where it's just like, oh yeah, you go from CGI and you're going backwards to the older stuff. I think there's something there for everyone. There's some films with really dark tone. There's some that are more kind of light-hearted for more kid-friendly stuff. There's something there for everyone in the Godzilla franchise, I think. And I think you could probably find something you could enjoy. Yeah. There you go.
I've only ever seen the modern ones. I've never seen any of the old ones. Yeah. But of the newer ones, I would probably say the Gareth Edwards one is probably my favourite.
I would agree. The Godzilla 2014 is my third favourite Godzilla film of all time. So that's how highly I see that.
Yeah. Where are you going Blu-ray hunting on Monday? I take it that's aimed at me. Unless Jason's going Blu-ray hunting on Monday.
I have no money. I can't do it.
You can go Blu-ray window shopping.
That's probably the worst idea of all time because I'm quite an impulse purchaser. I put like caution to the wind, just buy something. You know what
I mean? Yes, I am going Monday. It'll be Maidstone. Funnily enough, I was up Maidstone a couple of weeks ago. On the 12th of April when all the shops reopened, and it was that bloody HMV that was closed because they had technical problems. I still haven't been back to that one yet. So I'm going to be hitting that one up.
Coolio.
Least favourite actors. Who don't you really like?
I forgot her name because I don't like her that much. Captain Marvel. Who's she?
Brie Larson.
Yeah, I don't. Absolute C word. I don't like her at all. Mostly for her as a person.
I've actually got her on a poster behind me up here.
But burn it. Yeah, I think, but the thing is that I'm not really rating her acting. I'm more kind of at her as a person. She's not a very nice person. But you can say that about a lot of good actors as well, I suppose. Some of them aren't very nice.
Yeah.
But, I'm not the biggest fan of Captain Marvel anyway. I thought it was one of the weakest Marvel films.
Okay.
I feel like for a character that's meant to have superpowers, their story was a bit uninspired and not very interesting. Her character wasn't interesting.
My mum was a really big fan of the Marvel movies. I mean, her favourite was Iron Man, and when we went to see Captain Marvel, I said, "So, what do you think is going to happen? Are you going to enjoy this film?" And she said, "I don't know. I'm only here for the ginger cat." I think she enjoyed it though.
Yeah, I don't know any other least favourite actors. It's a hard question.
Yeah, because I didn't answer that, did I? Who's my least favourite actor or actress? Adam Sandler. This is probably going to shock a lot of people. I don't get Adam Sandler films. I don't see what's funny about a lot of his characters. There's going to be so many desubscribes now or thumbs down. No, I'm not a big Adam Sandler fan. Are you going to do a Bond series? Yeah, because Rob sent me a massive Bond box set with every single film in it. So I was going to do a review for each one of those.
I'm looking to rewatch those as well.
Yeah, on the
So,
run up to finally getting to see the new one. Bloody
yeah,
hell.
and this is where people might drop their jaws and go, "How have you not seen any of them?" I've not seen any Daniel Craig Bond film, so so it might be time to change that. I think.
I'm having a heart attack. Well, definitely, you definitely should, but don't have too many expectations for Quantum of Solace, which comes after Casino Royale, because
Yeah,
it's kind of like
yeah.
he's on a level like that, then it sort of like goes down like that.
Isn't Quantum of Solace the only film not based on the Ian Fleming book?
I don't know.
I think
It
because I
might
think
be.
it's yeah, I think I read that it's a direct sequel to Casino Royale, and it wasn't written. The story wasn't written by Ian Fleming.
Yeah, it's probably why it's not very good.
Yeah.
Avatar was visually stunning film, but I think it's a bit overrated. Looking forward to the sequel, but damn, it's taken ages. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. The 3D has glasses free 3D.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So, and that was ages ago that came out, wouldn't it? So, surely they must have to be able to do the technology.
Mm.
Even though The Invisible Man 2020 was released too early to qualify for this year's Oscars, it was still an amazing film, deserved lots of nominations. I really enjoyed that.
See, I've not got around to seeing that. I love the original 30s 30s Invisible Man, the original Universal. I love that film. I really like the Kevin Bacon Hollow Man. I think
Yes, good.
I still think it's underrated now, but I haven't got around to watching the recent one.
It's a really good one. Yeah. It's a really good gripping one. I like the spin they did on it as well. Very unusual from the old films. Cole's got to go now. He's going to watch the rest on catch up. Kids want their dinner. Cheers, Cole.
Cheers, Carl. Thanks for stopping by.
Parasite was utterly thrilling and a near perfect film.
Agreed. Definitely agreed.
Phil has sent you a link about Warner Brothers mess on physical media.
Oh, thanks, Phil. I'll have a look at that after the stream.
What's your favourite HMV store? Have you got a preference one that you sometimes go to?
Well, I used to have one, but it's not there anymore. In Piccadilly Circus in London, there used to be a three-story HMV. I used to love it there, but now it's not there.
Was that the main one?
Yeah, it's on like the main long stretch of shopping high street that in Piccadilly.
It's like the oldest one, wasn't it? It opened in like the 20s or something, or
yeah, it's been there. It was there for. There's now a Sports Direct now.
Yeah, because I remember someone saying that the rent on that was about $5 million a year, and they just couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, I mean, you could believe that, right? You could believe that. It's 3 stories. It was massive, wasn't it? That one. So
yeah,
I can imagine it being.
That's a shame. That's a shame that's gone. So there aren't any HMVs in London now, is there? Is it just Fops?
There's a HMV in Bromley, if you know Bromley.
Yeah.
So the two most local HMVs from me is Bromley, which is still about an hour bus journey for me. I don't drive, and Bluewater, which is also about an hour bus journey for me. So yeah, they're the two that are local to me.
What about Tunbridge Wells? Is that a bit out of the way for you?
I think so.
Because I know there's one there. Bluewater, I like that one because it's quite a big one.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Canterbury. I think at the moment Maidstone is probably my favourite.
When I get to it. Yeah, I was gonna say it was closed, wasn't it, for your first?
That was closed. Yeah, I used to have one down at Westwood Cross that I would go to every week. The landlord down at that shopping centre raised the rent, and they just couldn't pay the rent, so they closed it down. And then a lot of other shops closed down, and then we went into the pandemic, so everything closed down. So they weren't getting any rent anyway. What is your favourite movie genre, and which is your favourite era? I personally think they made some of the best movies in the 80s. I would agree with that. I grew up with the 80s films.
Yeah, I would agree as well. My favorite genre is horror, and I'd say 80s horror is my favorite. So yeah, I'd agree.
I'd probably say action's my favourite. I grew up with, the Die Hards, the Predators,
Mhm.
Under Siege, and all that kind of stuff. Some of the best films right now are subtitled. Foreign cinema take a lot more risks than British and American cinema. Yeah,
I agree.
I wouldn't imagine a lot of foreign films remake after you get remake after remake. Not like they do in the States. Oh shit, we've had Batman. Let's have another Batman.
No, but I feel like the Hollywood like to take films from the foreign territories and remake them, like all the
Remake them,
J
yeah.
horrors. Yeah, all the J horrors they've remade. Grudge, The Ring, Tale of the Two Sisters. All those J horrors. Then you've got stuff like Wreck was remade, weren't it? The
Yeah,
Spanish zombie film that was remade. So Hollywood likes to because they've got no original ideas. They're like, well, I'm just gonna take all these other people's ideas and remake them.
yeah.
That's
There's no
basically Hollywood.
originality left in Hollywood anymore.
No.
What's your least favourite action film?
It's really hard to answer.
I don't know. Really don't know. I don't know if I can answer that, because if it's an action film, then I'm going to watch it and I'm going to like it. But if there's no action in it, I'm probably not going to watch it. Don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard question, that is.
Yeah. Ever wish you were an actor? Nah, not me.
I've thought about wanting to make my own little short films though, but I've not actually pursued it yet. That's something. Not necessarily acting it, but actually like produce it and film it and all that.
A lot of YouTubers do that. The filmmaker does that, doesn't he? He does lots of little short films.
Yeah. There's a channel that I really like called Mr. H Reviews, and he's just put out his own short film. He crowdfunded it for £20,000, and it's really good.
Oh,
It's called
wow.
Blackfields, and I've already got the Blu-ray pre-ordered because he's put out a Blu-ray for it. So that's really
Cool.
good.
Favourite TV show of your childhood?
It's got to be the '80s Ninja Turtles cartoon. I was obsessed.
Jamie will be pleased.
I was so obsessed with it, where basically my last year of primary school, I've somewhere, my mum's got it packed away somewhere. I've got this book where last day of primary school, I'd go around to my old teachers, they'll write a little goodbye note because I'm going into secondary school. Got to my reception teacher, and literally in the book, she's written, "Good luck in secondary school, Jason. I'll always remember finding you in the boys' toilets, looking down the drains for Ninja Turtles."
Oh, awesome.
I was that obsessed. As a kid.
My favourite one growing up. It's probably something like Knight Rider or the A-Team, Airwolf, those type of 80s ones. If you could bring one shop back from the dead, what would it be? Mine would be Woolworths.
Mine would probably be Virgin Megastores. I also love Virgin Megastores.
Yeah, because I remember that massive one. There was a massive one on Oxford Street, which was up near Tottenham Court Road. Tower Records as well. Tower Records, was that in Piccadilly? I think that was in Piccadilly back in the time. I do miss Woolworths though. I used to like going to Woolworths, looking at the vinyl and that.
I used to have a little Woolworths like literally downtown for me. Now it's obviously gone. Apparently they're still alive online though. Woolworths. They still have an online presence.
Bill Murray is meant to be a bit of a knob in real life. Okay. Oh, I'm happy that someone else can't stand Adam Sandler as well. I thought I was going to be the only one out. The odd one. Oh, and here's something. I actually haven't watched any of Adam Sandler's dramatic stuff. What was that? Gems, the Uncut Gems, wasn't it?
Uncut. Yeah, I've heard that's really good. I've not seen it though.
Yeah, I've only seen some of his comedy stuff. I've heard Bill Murray is bipolar and is a little distant towards people he doesn't know. That might be the reason why he's a bit thingy then.
That's fair.
Have you seen the Tom and Jerry film yet? Is that something you'd bother with?
No, I've heard it's absolutely abysmal, so I'm not even going to touch it.
Yeah, I've heard it's a load of shit. I probably will watch it, but
I look forward to your review.
Peterborough used to have 2 big HMVs and now there's none.
It's the lay of the land, though, isn't it, with HMV?
Yeah. Do you collect anything else bar films?
You can't see it, but vinyl. I collect vinyl records, music records.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
Probably at the moment is like pop vinyl figures or the Star Wars retro figures, probably for me.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of.
I don't collect.
As well.
Yeah, I don't go mad on them because there's so many out there, isn't there? I just stick to one like series.
I've run out of space for them anyway, so I've stopped.
The 80s was a fantastic decade full of amazing film, music, and gaming. There'll never be another creative decade like it.
I'll have to agree with that. You know. Like the 80s, people weren't afraid to go outside the box and be a bit weird. That's probably what I love about the 80s.
I spent most of my teenage years in the amusement arcades playing Tron and Space Invaders and Pac-Man and all that kind of stuff.
King Kong? You play the Donkey Kong, sorry?
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Quantum Solace was Fleming's short story included in For Your Eyes Only.
Ah, okay.
So there is one. There is one that is not based on a book. I don't know which one it is though. Maybe it's Spectre. I don't know.
The question is, have they run out of Ian Fleming Bond books to adapt? That's the question, isn't it?
They must have. Well, they must be close to it. They're going to short stories, so they're dredging whatever they can find. I've been listening to 80s music all afternoon.
It's a good afternoon, if you ask me.
I love Tom and Jerry. What, the cartoon?
Cartoon is classic.
6 o'clock. I think that's about it. There's only a few more comments. So I think we've done really well. I filtered out most of the shit that's come through eventually. So yeah. So hope you had fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a good old time.
I'm just trying to remember the last time you actually swore. I can't remember.
I've been really good today. I've been really good.
Yeah, I've been really good. Yeah. I just look forward to you and Pete.
That should be fun. That should be fun.
Well, thank you for coming on, Jason.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
You're welcome anytime. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Tomorrow will be Kermit, and then we've got the quiz in the evening. So I'm looking forward to the quiz because I missed the last one.
Your tablet.
Yeah, all right. 6 o'clock every time. Brilliant. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and thank you, Jason, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.